Drip drop. Drip
Hey,
drop.
Neil's here. Neil's here. Hey, Neil. All right.
Oh, Neil's here. What's up, Neil?
Big day. Big day. Trying to not have the camera add 10 pounds here. But big day in Goose World. Big day.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna
Large day.
let some people get, in here.
Good. That gives me an opportunity to flood the fan group with mentions of our podcast. So
please watch us, please, El Goose.
Please.
Huge day in news. It's been a big 35 minutes. What up, Matt McNulty? Just Blah in the mix. School vacation week. All right. So
she's free. She's able to join in the fun.
As Bruce trolls the fan group.
Oh,
let's talk about things. Let's talk about things. Blink once, and you may miss Goose Fly By. These days, that's how it seems. Owing much of their success to an exponentially expanding fan base, steady creative output, and a collective commitment to pushing themselves to constantly improve, Goose has flourished over the last few years, emerging as one of the premier bands working today. Now the Connecticut rock group is proud to announce the release of their third studio album, Dripfield, out on June 24th. The album is Drippington. The album's a 10-track LP that explores the details of their incredible journey. Bruce, what's good? What's good? Nice drip.
Dude, a lot's good today, man. I got this fly-ass hoodie on from Amy at a Circus of Light. Check it out. These are actually lights that Getty put together that she made into a pattern. This hoodie is soft as hell, and it's not just the CBD. Although I had a dropper CBD, CB dropper before the show. Shout out to Sunset Lake, but yeah,
like Sunset Lake.
Big ups. A lot's really good today. About time they announced this album release. You know, it's been boiling in the background for a while. I'm sure the guys are happy to finally get that out into the public. And Dripfield, another really cool brand new single with another video, like the video, carrying through that thread of Born. So a lot of cool stuff. And then, of course, tour announced, man.
Tour announced.
That's what everybody's been waiting for.
We're digging into all of it. I just had an unfortunate little drip field of coffee on my shirt here. Whoops. Let's start with the video. Let's start with the single and the video, right? So Dripfield, as we know, that's what the album's called. Also what the single's called. And according to the guy that wrote the press release, it's an ode to unbridled creativity. It's a sonic departure from the band's stylistic roots. And the tune it combines arpeggiated synths and otherworldly vocals with a thunderous rhythm section.
A publicist wrote that.
Somebody wrote this, yeah. An equally experimental music video. I'm like finding all my errors already. The band's second collaboration with director Dylan Hahn, who also directed the Born video, accompanies the release. Shot over the course of 3 days in the Mojave Desert, the clip is a visual companion piece to the band's recently released Born, as I just said. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Matt Kalinsky in the chat referred to the publicist as Thoreau. I agree.
It's a very thorough write-up, for sure.
on Walden Drip.
On Drippy Pond. So
a lot of water references today, folks.
It's a big water day. So let's talk about the video first. In the chat, let us know what your initial reactions are to shirtless Rick dancing atop a rock. A testament to Cobra Kai season 3, clearly.
Oof. Not my favorite show. Forced to watch a couple episodes of that I wish I could get back. But yeah. On the other hand, the video itself, I liked, man. I just like them keeping that thread of the Born video. You could tell right away it's in the same kind of location. Rick's brooding in the same bed, which is imagery I like to see repeated as much as possible. Shirtless Rick, also good imagery. Yeah, the Tai Chi, Amy. Oh, and Amy, what's up? I got your hood on. Yeah, the Tai Chi. My dad has been doing Tai Chi for almost 40 years and would just absolutely be laughing at that being called Tai Chi. Let me just say that in a kind way. He's much gentler and kinder than I am. And that's tougher, hard. By that's the tough. Way. Kick my ass as well. But yeah. Oh, it is. I know. Just very kind.
So the director himself, what up, Murph? The director himself said that he wanted to Well, I guess I'm going to read the quote so I don't do this
Just
thing
read
where I paraphrase.
You're the publicist. Read the quote, dude.
So I'm the director, Dylan Hahn. To me, every music video project is a new task of understanding the artist and finding what I think is the best visual interpretation for them and their music. Collaborating with Goose, learning their unique humor and energy and involving it in the story narrative was a rewarding part of the process. Doesn't let me know exactly what the video was about. And I'm wondering what you think the theme was, Bruce. And also, if, in the chat, let us know what you think the theme is, besides, of course, alleged Tai Chi.
Well, yeah, interestingly enough, when I see the guys running around in the desert and in like these these rocky areas, maybe it's a taiga. I don't know my geology that well, but it just kind of I thought it was about mushrooms or tripping on ayahuasca, the crazy shadows,
Trip field.
Drip there's a lot of dripping puddles, all kinds of references we can make. Walden Pond, we got it all. Water today. Fluid, like the podcast. But even Trevor's all messed up doing that Tai Chi. I don't trust, I don't know what they're promoting here. One thing I do know that they're not promoting, which was a funny thing to see on the board this morning, but a lot of references to Christian rock. And, let's just not confuse maybe spiritualism and ayahuasca trips with necessarily organized religion of some sort. I know straight from the horse's mouth that they were definitely not trying to go for a Christian rock album.
That's true. We had to confirm that this morning.
Yeah, I did get to actually get in touch with the that blazing hot shirtless man himself this morning, who definitely wanted to confirm and has nothing to do with Christianity.
Absolutely. If there's one thing Bruce, all of you take from this, that's it.
It's that. Yeah, let's just make that clear. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, Rick tends to have, like I stated on the board earlier this morning, because I already know everything. That's why I have this podcast. But there's just a lot of spirituality in Rick's songs anyway, in his lyrics anyway. And you get a lot of that, I think, in Born. You get a lot of that. And in these two music videos, that's really, in my opinion, the broad scope is trying to accentuate, like, get a little bit of a modern take on, relationships and spirituality in that sense. And Rick's he does have a good image for that, man. If somebody needs to brood, it's Rick. I try my best. I brood quite a bit, but
you brood too much. Yeah, take a little CBD. Just take a deep breath. Thank you for a productive question, Ryan Legvold. Thank you, Ryan, for getting us back on track here. Question is, was it filmed in Arizona before the Tempe show? It was filmed in Southern California, near Arizona, according to the map I have. Before the Tempe show, yeah, before that run, the guys were out and put together a couple videos. So this is what we got. Nice. Yeah, and then I wanted to shout out John Caruso for another productive contribution to the chat. No offense to anyone else, but that video reminded
offended.
Well, the mushroom video. So it reminds John Caruso of Where the Wild Things Are. Great book, classic literature. Maurice Sendak, right? Is that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Expression of freedom and creativity. I really like.
I think our librarian Jess in the chat could help us with that. But
yeah, Jess, can you confirm? Can you confirm our guy Maurice wrote that, please? Awesome, man. We got to use this chat thing more.
Thank God for the chat, dude. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Somebody's got to keep us on track. So the video is out. It's out. Premiered today. Check it out. Really just interested to hear what everybody thinks about it. It's really cool to see. I haven't really worked with many bands who have done that many music videos,
Yeah. No, and the band's always done videos. I mean, it's just like with the the Shenanigans film was taking it a whole nother step. But they've always liked movies. That's why you get the covers from movie soundtracks at Halloween, why they like to dress up and just use that as a theme. We've done the various movies for various Goosemasses, like we had referenced in our regular episode coming out tomorrow, everybody.
We got an episode coming out tomorrow.
Battle of the Bands. Yep. And so like it's just always been a thread with the band. And it's kind of cool because thankfully, because of all of that thread and because of all the practice with Shenanigans, which was a lot of work, it just better prepares them to continue to kind of do these things and do them successfully. Cause I really like both of the videos. I like both of the songs, and I thought the videos were really complimentary and have a nice vibe and aren't too, crazy or out there. It's still send a message. So I think they've done really well with these, and cool to see them keep coming. Hopefully in the future, more videos.
Definitely. We need more videos. So let's do a mid-show giveaway. We got another one coming, but I realized that we forgot to give away tickets to Dylan Night 2.
No, we didn't. Didn't we?
We did one. We did Dylan 1, Neil 1.
Oh, we didn't do Dylan Night 2.
Jesse,
we got to save. We got to save something,
Yeah, exactly. So Dylan Night 2. Let's do Dylan Night 2. So I'm gonna give everyone a chance to get ready at their keyboards. Get ready at their keyboards, because we're going to do this one in the chat. We're not doing this one via email. So, Dylan Night 2.
Drop those comments in the chat.
Drippy Droppington. Okay.
Making drippy droppy.
Dylan Night 2. Tickets on the line. The 5th song played at Goosemas 1. 5th song played at Goosemas 1. Dylan Night 2 tickets. Fifth song played at Goosemas 1.
Into the archives.
5th song played at Goosemas 1. Tickets are yours for the taking.
Oh, you picked up on that, Jared. I like that.
Incorrect, Ryan Storm.
Good
Sorry, maybe try out Goose podcasting.
Ooh, snap. Jeff.
Jeff, no, but Jeff, you were there. Number 5, song number 5. Nothing yet. Nice try, Sean Earthlinger.
Christmas card they didn't play for. Christmas card they weren't playing back then.
5th song played. Oh, everyone's got a chance.
I mean, they only got 60 songs in their catalog. Throw them out there.
Man, we've got a winner. Jive Goose.
Do we?
Jive Goose coming in hot from YouTube, since Jive Goose isn't on Facebook.
Oh, snap. What's up?
5th song played at Goosemas 1 was Mississippi Half Step. A lot of combo about that song.
Yeah.
A lot of combo recently. But Jive Goose, you got it.
It was not, even then, it was still not as abrasive in 2014. So,
There's a comment from Jive Goose. For those of you who can't see, we're also streaming on YouTube on Tuesdays, so feel free to tune in from YouTube. Jive Goose,
out here on many platforms.
Got it. We'll reach out about your tickets. The prizes do come eventually. Just hope we don't get them to you after the show. All right, so let's dig in. Here
prizes come out slow. Let's be real.
Prizes. It's a slow drip of prizes. So back to the album here. Here's a little bit of news for everyone. The album itself was actually produced and engineered by D. James Goodwin at the Isicon in Woodstock, New York. So this is the band's first full-length album, completed exclusively with an outside producer. Tune back into our episode from last June and called Shenanigans, where we interviewed Kenny Cash, who, yes, is a producer, yes, worked with Goose on Moon Cabin and subsequent releases. But this is like, this guy was the kind of oversaw the whole project, and it was much more, I think, Goodwin stepping in and driving the direction of things. So I've actually had some photos on my phone and stuff of like from the studio, from the guys recording, that I wasn't.
You went up
to,
there when they were doing that, right?
I went up there after Rick was like, nobody can come up. We're really making progress on the album. I was like, cool, be there soon. Got to hear it.
Excellent.
So yeah, it was great. Really just interjected myself in the whole thing. I like to say that without my addition to the process, I'm sure that this probably wouldn't even be done. So Goodwin has this, eclectic equipment collection. He can produce all sorts of sounds. So it's like, they're working on these tracks, and all of a sudden he pulls this instrument from the Far East, from behind a bookshelf, and it's like just to cover 3 seconds of the song. Super cool.
Nice.
So that was great.
Yeah, and he played. He's playing the slide in Born, right?
He
That
plays slide
everybody
in
was
Born.
hearing at the beginning of Born. That was him. Yeah, apparently. And we talked a little bit about him. I don't know if on one of these live episodes, maybe it was when we were talking about Born. But I had mentioned in the Wikipedia, he's known for having this eclectic collection of instruments, all kinds of toys for the guys to play with, which sure, as somebody like Rick and Peter who love the studio are going to be interested in messing around with all that stuff and, pulling out these instruments from East Asia or whatever from behind a bookshelf just to fill in, a little piece of a song or make for a little bit of a change in mood or direction in the song or whatever. So it's really cool that they were able to get a chance to go do that. Not only did they have someone there to provide a cohesive direction and some of the bad ideas off of and a studio to use the whole album. They didn't have that for Shenanigans. They recorded so much at their house.
Yeah.
And then pieced it all together and it did finishing touches at the studio. So a whole different paradigm. And I expect to see that we'll see that reflected in the entire album when we get to hear all the cuts come out.
So let's talk about the track list. It seems like that's leaked in Al Goose already. If not, it did go out today via press release. So we've got 10 songs. Born, as we've all heard. Hunger Sight, as I hope we haven't heard. Dripfield. Slow Ready, which I'm sure is exciting for some people, although, I'm hashtag Team So Ready. Get at me, don't at me in the chat.
I'm pretty excited.
The Whales, Arrow, Hot Tea, Moonrise, Honeybee, and 726 to round it out. Bruce, which one of these are you most excited about?
I kind of agree with Jared. A quick shout out to Tamara for not being at work and joining us today, just like Jess. But just like Jared, I'm really excited for 726. Hunger Sight, I'm also excited for because I haven't heard it, and it sounds interesting. And they're leading in with 3 of these new songs off the bat. I don't have it right in front of me, but like you said, it's like Born, Hunger Sight, and Dripfield right in a row. Born and Dripfield obviously share a common thread, or they really wouldn't have tried to tie them together with the videos like that. You can almost hear it too. So it's going to be cool to see how the whole album flows. That's always something for me with albums that's really important, because it's just one piece of work when you're looking at it like that, even though there's tracks, and to see how that all fits together cohesively. And then especially with songs like Arrow and Hot Tea on the back end of the album, which are, a bit faster, a little bit more upbeat, I want to say. And even though I think Dripfield's not a mellow or a brooding kind of song, but maybe a little bit more upbeat, a little bit faster pace. So it's going to be cool to see how the whole album flows, but definitely like 726 is a big one for me. It's a beautiful song. And of course, Slow Ready being the better version of the 2 songs, I'm really excited to hear that in the studio as well.
Team So Ready again. I'll, till I die. Hot Tea. I'm pumped about Hot Tea. I mean,
yeah,
we all love Hot Tea, don't we? So it should be interesting to see what kind of iteration Hot Tea is. And then also, thank you, Sarah. I love Arrow as well. But I'm interested also in, I feel like Arrow is such a blank canvas. They can do so much with it. That song has certainly taken a while to take shape. Formed to an arrowhead, if you will, fashioned out of limestone. But I'm wondering what it's going to turn into.
Yeah, I mean, a studio.
Is that a question? Was that a question or a statement? I'm not really sure what that was.
When you end a statement as a question, it can be both, and people do that effectively sometimes and not so effectively.
Intentionally, unintentionally sometimes.
Yeah. I was going to answer it, and I decided, well, maybe it was a statement, and I don't have to.
I don't want to. Pete McGrath, why no strange characters in the song a la Shenanigans?
Asking the hard-hitting questions.
Well, I don't know when running around in the desert was not qualified as strange.
It is. They have pants on their head or shirts or whatever they're doing, It's some strange shit. So
yeah, same old.
You know what I mean? You can't tell me they're sharing those looks at the table, like like they're figuring out how much mushrooms they're gonna eat. Anyway, I don't know. It's just a total stab in the dark. I really don't know what the video is about or the song. So let's just be clear about that in case anybody was unclear, because it seems like it should be pretty clear.
God, still strange. So yeah, I mean, track list is out there. Look for it. You can find it. Apple Music, I'm sure you can find it. But basically, Dripfield, it's arriving in the midst of seemingly perpetual motion for the band, currently faced with a schedule brimming with relentless touring, recording, and songwriting. And fittingly, the project's thematic anchor is a quest for balance. Balance that these guys probably won't find anytime soon because they're about to hit the road for a big summer tour.
Nice lead in. Nice
Thank
publicist reading into lead in. To
I should just read everything. Never again should I improvise at all.
No freestyling on TGB.
No way. Freestyle free. So summer tour 2022, the biggest summer tour we've ever seen from these guys. 4 years ago, tiny little backyards, Silk Fest, that kind of thing. And now we're moving up to amphitheaters.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty exciting. To be honest, I think the cat's out of the bag now with how well, how the style with which, because they play well everywhere, but the style with which they tend to play shows in the Midwest, it's always been their home away from home since 2018, and they crush there. And and I love going out to see the shows there. The vibe's always great. Folks at the shows are always great. But Legend Valley, man, I am looking very much forward to getting back to Legend Valley, get back into the Grey Wolf. I don't know if Kalinsky's back there or Mike the Narc. But yeah, we're getting the team back together, living behind Legend Valley stage. But I really can't wait for those shows. Legend Valley, funny because it's not, it's not an amphitheater, but God, it's like one of the loudest outdoor stages I've ever been to. And I love that. There's not a bad spot in that entire field up the hill. The acoustics are great there. So I'm really super excited about those two shows, especially.
Well, before Legend Valley, we've got a double header. Oh, there he is.
Ooh, yeah.
There's the guy right there, Grey Wolf himself.
Yeah, Team Grey Wolf.
Yes, there we are. Mike the Narc. Hey.
Hell yeah.
So before that, though, we've got Westville. There, hey, Kara. Westville Music Bowl, Memorial Day weekend, a little two-part, two for two. See, I need to read stuff. I cannot.
Need to read it, dude.
Read.
That's fine.
2 nights at Westville Music Bowl. I can't wait for them to get back and play that, into a full capacity crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. It's easy to forget how few people were even allowed to be there for those shows last year. I didn't realize that was Memorial Day weekend, but that's pretty sick. And yeah, I mean, another great place. Part of what makes Westville great, or Legend Valley great, was the sound and everything, big stage, but also Kenny and Rob, the guys who run the place there and book shows there. Rob, plays drums for the Works. Man, those guys they just get it. They get how to run a bunch of shows or a festival there, how to make people feel comfortable, and how to have fun. And Westville is the same deal. They got great staff there, and it makes the shows all that much better. Everybody's chill. Everybody loves the music, people working there, the people running it, and they're really dedicated to making that place even better. I remember them talking about, trying to even set up a shakedown like behind the tennis courts there. So it's just also another great place to see a show. I just love that they're getting into some of these larger venues that keep that kind of small venue, kind of feel to them. So definitely a lot of exciting places this summer.
Definitely. Yeah. So after New Haven, returning to Essex Junction to visit Kalinsky, Midway Lawn at the Champlain Valley Expo. Last time they were there, got a little sit-in from Dave Grippo.
Yes, that's right. That's correct. I couldn't remember his name last time we referenced that, but now we got it.
Yep, that's it. Committed to memory. So, that was dope. And then up to Lewiston, New York to Art Park. Sounds cool. I try to just stay in New York City. Don't really spend much time in, that distant part of New York.
Lewiston.
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah. The 1600s?
I'm just kidding, Lewiston. We love you all.
No, Lewiston's
all of our listeners. We got Legend Valley. Then heading to Indy, June 12th, TCU Amphitheater at White River State Park. I don't know much about it. It just sounds like a place in Indiana. But but like it's gonna go down. That's a hometown show for Getty.
Yeah, dude, and that I love when they put these runs together like that are accessible too. I think we were already, because again, it's like, man, I don't want to miss any of these Midwest shows. Definitely would like to get back to Indy because they absolutely slayed the Mousetrap, which has got to be tiny compared to the TCU amphitheater. But I'd love to see them back there. But it's actually pretty easy to get from Thornville, from Legend Valley, out to Indianapolis. It's only about 3 or 3.5 hours. So looking into doing that, I'm sure my job loves me for already pretty much taking Tuesdays to do this, but we're gonna also see if they love me doing some of these 3-day runs as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how much I can get out to. Because right after that, got to run through North Carolina, heading down to Wilmington to visit our buddy Jeff LaValle at Greenfield Lake Amphitheater, and then up to Raleigh at the Red Hat Amphitheater. I'm so used to kind of working in this space with these emerging acts that I don't really know much about any of these amphitheaters.
Yeah. And just having, it's like a lot of the places that I've traveled to see shows have been for bigger acts. And so like kind of, or some mid-sized acts. So it's like I haven't necessarily traveled to Indianapolis to see anybody, per se. And Fish certainly doesn't go out to the Midwest all that much. So that's been one of my favorite things about following the guys throughout this process and journey. But
migration,
yeah, I mean,
if you will.
just anyway,
that one's free.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. See, you're good without reading. So, like, it's been cool to see all of these places that I never would have otherwise had seen. And when they make it easy, like to get from Legend Valley to Indy, like Kevin on here, what's up, Kevin? Had said 3 hours. I was thinking 3 or 3.5. So, like, that's easy. And then you get to see somewhere you never seen, or go out to Indianapolis for a day or two and get to check out this TCU amphitheater that you'd never have any other chance to go out to. So that's what's been great about this for me, and following these guys around throughout, growing through some of these venues and all kinds of different spots in the country where a lot of bands I've seen don't go.
Right. And then back east, to the shows that I will go to, Radio City Music Hall. Or at least one of them, Radio City. Really exciting, to release the album on the 24th of June, and then just walk into Radio City and play a show. That's got to be a pretty cool feeling.
Oh my god! And it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool show. Both those shows, Friday and Saturday, are 3 sets, right? So like those are gonna be really epic shows. Really epic shows for the guys. Extremely close to us, which I like. And Radio City, somewhere I haven't been. We talked about that in the other episode, so I'm super excited to go see them play there. And then with that album release, guaranteed to get a lot of songs off that album. They've already played a lot of new songs this past tour that aren't on the album. There's going to be a lot of good music coming out this year from these guys, and a lot of variation in the shows. You can see it already.
What do you mean, man? Their catalog's not big enough. I'll give them 5 years and go to a show once they stop playing Hot Tea every 2 shows.
Sorry, the fans want to hear the hits. Play the hits.
That's baby. Right. Sorry, we got hits. That's right. Radio City. What up, Robert Madrano? Gonna be next level. We know it. You're gonna be there. So love that. Love it. See you all in New York. Somebody asked earlier why no July dates. On the tour graphic that you may have seen posted today, there are not festival dates included. But there's certainly stuff happening in July. The guys are going to hit High Sierra Music Festival in Quincy, California, and Peach Music Festival in Scranton, PA. I think that might be it for July. I don't know.
And Peach right before Independence Day, so that's going to be a sweet weekend too.
Is that what we call it?
Yeah, looking. I forget. I'm glad I even came up with it. 4th of July.
I don't think I've ever called it Independence Day before.
Well, dude, I'm an academic, so this is
okay. My bad. Yeah, you're right. So July's popping. It's gonna happen. But either way, you gotta get a couple weeks in the summer for Jeff to work his tan. It would only be right. So hitting it back, hitting the road in August. Starting with 2 nights at the Chrysalis Amphitheater, Chrysalis Amphitheater, in Columbia, Maryland. So, and interestingly, the Chrysalis is at the same location as MPP. And it's this like open air venue out in the woods. It's super cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
So
gonna
it's
be
like
dope.
back. Is it back like behind it?
I think so.
MPP, like
Depending
how
on
it's
which way
set
you're
up?
looking at it.
Like
It's gonna
looking
be
at like
awesome.
yeah. Well, dude, that's really cool. We were talking about that. Like,
Yeah,
wait, where the
look it up.
hell? Where the
Look
hell are
it
they
up.
playing in Maryland if it's not, or in
Yeah.
Columbia if it's not MPP? So that's cool. That's really
Right.
cool.
I was like, who booked them at MPP? I don't know if that's so that's gonna be really dope though. I think that those two shows, keep an eye out because I think those could be pretty incredible. After the Maryland shows, heading straight out to Dillon, Colorado. We already know, we talked about that last week. We just gave away tickets. Dillon shows are gonna be incredible, followed by Red Rocks.
Yeah. Ted Rocks.
Ted Rocks.
God, man, I'm so excited for that week. It's like probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most this year. Besides Legend Valley, I know it sounds funny. I'm looking forward to going to Ohio, but you wouldn't believe. But but I'm from the elite East. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that Colorado run. Going to take that whole week off. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Dillon looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I also like that they're playing. Now that they are a little bigger and command a bigger audience, they get to play at some of these gorgeous venues that we got around the country. Definitely. I know people are looking for like Mishawaka, which I think would be awesome. There's this place, I think it's called Riverside. If anybody in the chat knows, it's in like Minnesota or something like that. It's somewhere up there, but it's supposed to be also very, very beautiful. I know some of my friends who are big Humphreys fans, like they played there, and it looks gorgeous. Riverfront Park in Charleston was gorgeous. The Firefly looks like a big field, but it looks pretty also. So they get to play a lot of these cool places during the summer now that are also like just great places to go visit and such beautiful environments. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And they're crushing the ticket sales with Dillon and Red Rocks, and I think a lot of people are going, getting nervous about tickets a lot. We see it a lot online. And, I do think people could, I think you could take a breath, and like, these are big venues. They're a first time there for the band. They're at Red Rocks on a Thursday night, which still is, it's not the work, still a big draw. But if you want to go, I think you'll be able to go. So definitely,
I think there are going to be tickets for
make those
everyone.
Plans.
Yeah.
Make those plans. That's going to be an epic week.
Granted, not everyone on earth has the confidence we have to just go to concerts across the country without tickets. However, I do advise doing so.
Makes sense.
Our friend Pete McGrath, who's been in the chat, has kept saying everyone gets in. I firmly do believe everyone will get in. I can't guarantee you can get VIP though. So after that,
drip,
drip, drip, drip. So after this, we've got Vegas. For Brooklyn Bowl Vegas, super cool. That's going to be fun. Bruce, are we going to Vegas or what?
Oh God, man, I don't know. Whatever I think now isn't going to matter, because once it gets closer to it, I'm probably just going to go. I mean, I don't know how I skip after being in Colorado that next night in Vegas, because it's just too easy to get to, it's too easy to get back from Vegas to New York. So that's going to be a likely send, but we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens.
There we go.
Somebody said this hoodie's too cool for, it's Gamby from Gone Gang. Oh, Gone Gang. Gang.
We respect the gang.
This hoodie's not too cool. It's maybe as cool as I am. It's a very high level.
Shout out to Bruce.
So Renzetti gets the drip. Yeah,
drip Hamilton over here. So we've got the Greek Theater outdoor in LA, 8/21. Gonna be sweet. The only thing I know about the Greek Theater is that movie Get Him to the Greek, which I don't even know if that was talking about LA, really. But I do know the Greek in LA is an outdoor theater by the Griffith Observatory in LA. I think that's where Adele just did that special. No big deal. It's not like the same spot. But
so they're playing the same spot that Adele played.
So nice. You heard it here first. They're playing an Adele cover set at the observatory. So that'll be cool. Back to LA for 24 hours, hopefully.
Rolling in the deep.
Rolling in the drip. And then tour is closing out at the Square in Portland, Oregon, August 25th. So I just looked this spot up earlier. August 25th. This is like a downtown square in the middle of Portland. That is pretty. It's supposed to be pretty incredible. Love to go get weird in the middle of Portland.
Cool.
Would be cool.
Yeah, it's interesting that that's how the route that they're kind of taking to end this tour during the summer. But yeah, I mean, again, I just love to see that they're getting into all of these corners of the US and all these new markets and really growing their fan bases there, and they're great places also to go visit and go see shows. And I'd love to go to Oregon more. I'd love to be able to spend a little bit more time in Portland. So I do hope they keep playing there. Might not be able to make that show, but we'll see. If I end up just being like, screw it, I'm going to go to LA now after Vegas, and then it's just like, screw it, I might as well just go to Portland at that point.
What Bruce is
saying
find
a new job.
Please continue to support the podcast. So maybe one day we can get out to Portland.
Yeah.
So this is it, right? Big news, a whole bunch happening. Lottery is running for the next couple of days. So get those lottery submissions in.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Submissions.
Submissions works.
Submission. Submit for the lottery. Submit to the lottery, and get those in. It'll be interesting to see how competitive some of these markets are. I really have no idea, but that'll be good. And then Dripfield, just get ready. There's going to be more singles, and more Goose leading up to this album release.
Yeah, I can't wait. And all of the new songs I think have a spot in their catalog and have a lot of potential, and some of them are really great right away. I think a lot of people like a lot of the new songs, and I just am excited to keep hearing more. I'm pretty happy for them, and they're really crushing it right now. So
Bruce, I'm gonna think of one more giveaway question here. If you don't mind just entertaining the people for about 30 seconds.
Well, so everybody's going to leave before the question gets asked, but what we can do is show what we're going to be giving away. So earlier we gave away tickets to Dylan Night 1, but we also have merch to give away. We always have some merch. Another sick ass fly ass lid from Rock and Relics. This Motivon.
Some drip.
Oh, it just drips, baby. I can't find the camera here. And then we got from our boy Brendan, the Slothy Llama, whom some of you might know from online. He does a lot of artwork for the band, pins, and all kinds of stuff. He does a lot of stuff for pigeons as well and fish. He's the man. Shout out to Brendan. But this is one of the pins he did for Fred Fest. And I mean, if you want to really drip all over the place, just get people dripping, you match them up like this. And this is where your fly style artist, aka B-Robs, comes into play with the giveaway. So we're giving away that matching stuff.
It's a play with the giveaway.
Drip drop. So yeah, so that's what you got coming to you soon. I tend to mail stuff out sooner than Greg. I don't know what his process is like over there in Brooklyn. But
I don't even know if there's not that many mailboxes.
They're not as readily as available as they are here in
not at all,
Connecticut. But so we'll get that out soon. We got a lot of other cool giveaways coming as well, so just stay tuned for that stuff. Yes, Rock and Relics is the man, Neil and Slothy Llama. Great guys. And also, again, shout out to Amy for the fly ass hoodie, making me look sick up here. Check out A Circus of Light on Instagram and check out her website as well. Got a lot of cool clothes, a lot of stuff from women. And she uses all these light patterns. She takes photos of herself. So really cool. Check that out. She sent stuff to the band too. So they'll be rocking some of that. I'll be rocking this at Goosemas. So, you'll see me across the casino for sure.
Bruce, you dripping. All right, we got this
dripping,
thing.
Baby. Straight wet right now.
So before we lose any more listeners permanently, we're doing this one in the chat again. Last trivia question of the day to win the drip that Bruce just showed off. I want to know in the chat the last song played during the Sheepset bingo tour. Last song played Sheepset.
Ooh. Dropping the drip drop. Droppity, drippity, droppity.
Song played Sheepset in the chat. Connor. First answer.
Wow, bang,
Correct.
bang, dude.
Shout out to
Connor's
y'all.
on point. Ooh, your brother missed it,
Wow.
though. Ooh,
Wow.
ow,
It's
wow.
brother. Wow, that must hurt. Who's older? Who's older?
Good
All
question.
right.
Who's going to get the mail that day is key.
Yeah, who's getting the mail? All right. So winning the drip, reach out to Bruce. Reach out to Bruce for that. He'll get it mailed out quicker than I will. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, especially because I have this stuff right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Connor, hit me up on Facebook. You know the deal, and send me your address, and I'll get that out to you ASAP.
ASAP. D-Rip.
Yeah, we do sister references all the time, Austin.
Yeah,
you just, I guess, aren't listening.
Yeah, where you been, Gamby? So one more thing, Mike Renzetti, probably in the running to be our new manager at this point. Big stuff happening this weekend. Bruce, what are you up to on Saturday? What are you doing Saturday?
Well, it's I think it's World Pistachio Day or something. That's what Micah Atkin shout out.
Thank you, Micah.
Told me on Twitter because she posted something about this week. I was like, what's going on? She said, World Pistachio Day, and I'm a big pistachio guy, so I'm looking forward to that. Very exciting.
World Pistachio Day should be huge. I'll be singing the song "It's Not Easy Being Green." So Goosemas 8.
Goosemas 8.
Goosemas 8 is going down. It's going down. Mohegan Sun Arena. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We can't wait to see a whole bunch of you out there. Please come up and say hi. We don't bite.
I mean, I'm going to be.
I didn't write anything for this.
I'll be extremely relaxed on Sunset Lake CBD.
Sunset Lake
yeah, I won't be biting either. Oh yeah, Ryan, definitely. Our correspondent from the north, from Canada, Ryan Storm, who seems to know quite a bit about Goose, or somebody who never sees them live, is actually going to see them live Saturday. So I can't wait, man. It's going to be nice to meet him.
Really
Bruce
stoked for you, Ryan. It's your first show. Yeah, Bruce will be CBDing. Noah Ray will have a stash. Surprise.
CB drip.
Pistache of pistachios. Yep. And for sure. And of course, fan art, hometown flow down, throw down, shebang bang pre-show at Mohegan Sun. Come check out some fan merch. Come get some cool fan merch. If you didn't win the drip today, come get your drip on Saturday.
For real. Yep. And we'll be hanging out there. I'll definitely be hanging out there for a little bit. I believe the Slothing Llama, whose pin we're giving away today to Connor, he'll be there with some stuff as well. But there's going to be a lot of great artists. So definitely come check out fan art. We'll be chilling. I'll have probably CBD on me, just in case.
You're right.
Just in case I need to baptize anybody with the.
Yeah, we'll be baptizing people at the entrance with CBD. All right, let's get out of here before we make any more promises we can't keep. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a new episode coming out tomorrow. It's a studio episode. We interviewed the one and only Jeff Arevalo. Some of you may have heard of him. New episode coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. We'll see each and every one of you at Goosemas and on Summer Tour. Stay drippy. Stay drippy.
Drippity droppity. Thanks for kicking with us.